guys, welcome to another episode in my declutter series. Today we are going to be going through all of my highlighters. I feel like this is going to be hard, but on the other hand, like looking at these, I kind of feel like I have an idea of what I want to keep and what I'm ready to declutter. I don't feel like I have like a super big collection of highlighters, so I don't feel the need to get rid of like that many of them because they fit perfectly in my drawer and I have no issue with, keeping a lot of these, but I definitely see some that I'm ready to let go of, so I think we should just go ahead and get into it. So let me start off with this one because this is one that I am so torn about still. I bought this is the Smashbox and Vlada highlighter. It's called the Crystallized Highlighter. The packaging on this is so beautiful. It's the only reason why I want to keep this is for the packaging. The highlighter itself is okay, I don't mind it, but I have so many highlighters of this kind of same like peachy pinky shift, and this one is just not my favorite, which that kind of sucks because I want to keep it just for the packaging, but I also know I shouldn't keep it just for the packaging. But since, like I said, I don't have that many highlighters, so I don't feel bad keeping this, but just know that this is not my favorite highlighter in my collection, but I am keeping it because of the packaging and because I bought this and because it's beautiful. So yeah, I can't part with this just because of how it looks. And I bought it just because of the packaging. Let's be real, it's just so beautiful. Now I think it's finally time to get rid of this one. This one has made it through my past two declutters. This is a highlighter from Bobbi Brown. This is the Pink Glow highlighter, and honestly this is beautiful, but I haven't used it since my past declutter and I don't know why, but it doesn't excite me, and I just feel like someone else is going to love this so much, and I'm just not giving this the love it deserves, so I'm gonna pass on this one this time. Now let's talk about my two highlighters from Nomad Cosmetics. I don't think I've actually used this orange one on my face yet, and let me just give this a swatch. Yeah, I just don't feel like that color is going to work that well on my skin tone, and I didn't love this highlighting formula, if I'm being completely honest. This one is beautiful too, but this is more of a kind of bluish pink shift, which I have something like this somewhere else in my singles in a formula that I love a little bit more, so I actually think I'm going to pass on both of these, which kind of makes me sad, but they're so bulky and they do take up quite a lot of room in my highlighting drawer. As you can see, they are like my biggest highlighters except for my Jeffree Star one. They're so pretty to look at though. I don't know, do I really want to get rid of both of these? I think I'm actually gonna let these go because I haven't used them since I made my video with them, and I don't know. I think they're beautiful, but I just think that someone else is going to use these a little bit more than I will. This hurts me so much. Oh, I did get these sent in PR, by the way, too. Not that that really makes a difference in whether or not I keep anything, but I just thought I would let you know. This is such a hard decision because I just don't really see myself using these as a highlighter, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of them because of how bulky they are, even though they are really pretty. The packaging is everything, but I know someone else is going to get more use out of these. That was a tough one, you guys. That one really hurt. I did not think that I was going to get rid of those. This one, however, I am going to get rid of. This one is from Focalure. It's one of their Galaxy highlighters, and it's in the shade 02. The only reason I'm getting rid of this is because it's so freaking hard to open. Like, it's so hard to open. I feel like I'm almost breaking my nails every single time I try to. This is a beautiful topper highlighter. I actually really like how it looks once I get it open. It's very glittery, and I do find that it works best on top of some kind of creamy formula. So what I used to do is I would layer these two. This is the Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop and Pinch Me. These two go so well together, but I just feel like it's a little bit high maintenance to have to use this as a topper highlighter, which is also why I don't really reach for it. But as you can see, like, it's a beautiful highlighter. I'm not sure if that's really showing up on camera, but it has a beautiful shift to it, and it's very glittery, and it could actually probably be layered on top of a lot of things. So if you're a cream highlighter kind of person, having something like this, you would probably really love it. I was sent this by Focalure as well. Again, doesn't have anything to do with how I base my decisions, but I am going to give this away because I do think that someone is going to love this. So like I was talking about the Pinch Me highlighter from ColourPop, I'm gonna keep this. I love this. This is one of my absolute favorite kind of, the one that I swatched from Smashbox. This one is so similar in color. It kind of has that same shift to it. It's like a peachy, pinky highlighter. This one is so beautiful. I love this one. I am going to finally get rid of this Artiste Pro Glow. Is that how you say Artiste? It is, right? Because it's like artist, so Artiste. I feel like a lot of people say Tartiste, but I think it's Artiste. Either way, this is a cream highlighter. I got this in a boxy charm or something a long time ago, and I've been keeping it in case I wanted to ever have like a body highlighter, which, let's be real, I'm way too lazy for that. That is not my thing. It is beautiful for that, and I've used it once. I'm going to get rid of this because I just won't use that. Let's see, what else? Let's do this Juvia's Place one. This one is beautiful. This is the Nubian Loose Highlighter from Juvia's Place, like I said. I'll give you it's so messy. I'll give you a quick swatch here, but I love this highlighter. I actually really like how loose highlighters look. I feel like they are just more sophisticated, but they're also very bold and in your face. And I need to reach for my loose highlighters more because I do really, really like when I do use them. They're just a little bit messy, which is why I don't reach for them that much. And speaking of loose highlighters, let's take a look at this one. This one is from Sydney Grace. It's in the shade Bahama Mama. I don't remember what this one looks like, so I do want to just give this a quick swatch here if I have enough on the cap. Let's see. Okay, so I don't find this to be anything that like blows me away, so I think I'm going to part ways with this one. Just because I am trying to, you know, make a little bit of room in my collection here. This one is going as well. This is Champagne Pop from Becca. I have not used this since my last declutter, and it is also kind of shattered. I'm gonna press this down and then sanitize it and just give this to someone else because it is beautiful, but it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Now the elephant in the room, this is the Jeffree Star Skin Frost Mystery Frost. I got this in a mystery bag. It was like the Halloween edition last year. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't need this. Plus, like I've said in other declutters, I'm gonna try to get rid of all my Jeffree Star stuff. Probably except for my palettes. I might keep those for like reference purposes, but I don't plan on using them in my videos anymore. I'm going to keep both of my Lethal Cosmetics highlighters because I love the formula of them, even though both of them are a little bit too light for me. This one is in the shade, what are you, Ionic? Yeah, they are just a little bit too light and icy. They don't swatch very well, but they are beautiful on the skin. Let me give you a swatch of this one too. Wait, is this the one I just swatched, Ionic? Isotope. Let me swatch Isotope too. So like I said, they don't really swatch that well. This is definitely the one that I like the most. The other one has a bit more of like a whitish pink shift. And so I can't use that unless it's like in the middle of the winter when I'm at my palest. Then I feel like I can pull it off. But like I said, the formula is great. They look really nice on the face. It's just I can't really use them right now and get the look that I'm looking for because I just don't really like a very stark highlighter on myself. But I'm gonna keep these and use them in the winter. Oh, my melt highlighter. Boy, do I regret getting this one. The formula on this just sucks. I talked about this in the recent video. I will link that in the corner if you do want to check it out. But this is definitely a regret for me. But because of the packaging, because it's limited edition, because I just love how it looks and I want to keep it for like collectors. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to keep it for now, I think. Do I want to get rid of this? I really don't want to get rid of this. This is so tough because I know I'm not going to really use it, but I also want to just keep it for like reference purposes since I do have a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna keep this for another round because I do have room in my drawer. It's not a big deal, so I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm probably not going to use it much, but I am going to keep it. Next up we have the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter. This one is beautiful. It's in the shade Molten Gold. I really like these Maybelline highlighters, you guys. I don't use them that often, but when I do, I'm always kind of blown away. This reminds me a little bit of the Nomad one that I decluttered earlier, the orangey one, but I like this one more because I like this formula a little bit better. So I am gonna go ahead and keep that. I'm also going to keep the pink one, even though it seems to be a little bit broken here on the edge. Let me just kind of go ahead and press that back into the pan a little bit. But this is the pink one. Let's see, what are you called? Molten Rose Gold. So I'll give you a swatch of that one as well. So these are just so smooth. I really like the tone of these. These work perfectly for me, both in the winter and the summer. The gold one, or like the champagne-y orangey one, is a little bit too dark for me in the winter, but I can definitely get away with using a light hand still. I'm gonna keep both of these. Usually I'm like not really into drugstore highlighters, but I really like those. This is one that I have from Wet n Wild. I really like this one. Again, this is a little bit frosty for me in the summer months, but I do like it for the winter months. My only gripe with this one is the packaging, because it is that stupid plastic packaging that I really just dislike, and you have these stickers on here that I don't even want to take it off, because I know it's just going to leave like a sticky base underneath, and I do not want to go through the hassle of having to clean off my compact just for it not to be sticky. Like it should not be sticky in the first place. Like, it's such a pet peeve of mine. Like, I know so many people are gonna be like, just clean it, it's not that big of a deal, but like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, you shouldn't have to do that when you buy a makeup product. There shouldn't be like sticky stuff on it after you open it. But I am going to keep this because I do like the highlighter a lot. Here is one that is going to get decluttered. This is the Makeup Geek highlighter in Celestial. I got this in some kind of a subscription box, and I haven't used this yet, but it is just too light for me. I can tell. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to give this to someone else. Here is another one from Jeffree Star. This one I actually really like. This one is beautiful. It's kind of like a green iridescent highlighter with a bit of a pink shift to it. It's honestly really beautiful, but since it is Jeffree Star, I'm gonna give it away. I'm also going to declutter my Pillow Talk from Ofra. Like I've said before, this one is just a little bit too light for me and just has too much of a white base to really work on my skin tone. Like the formula also, I just find these to be very metallic looking on the skin. And it almost just looks like you put a eyeshadow on your face, and I don't like that look. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. And I just realized that I forgot to pull out my Kaleidos ones because I keep those in a separate drawer. I also have a couple here from Bitter Lace Beauty. I will say that I'm going to keep every single highlighter from Kaleidos because I love all of them and I have no reason to declutter them. But I wanted to show you that I have them still. I think I've gotten sent all of these in PR. Yeah, I think that's right. And I love these so much. So these are all going in my keep bin. And I wanted to show them to you so that we have better numbers at the end of the video here. This is a new one that I got from JD Glow. This is in the shade Synopsis. This one is such a unique color. It's got so many different shifts to it. It's almost like a greeny, bluey, iridescent with a little bit of purple in it. I don't know, it's very hard to explain, but it's so wet looking and kind of glittery, but also not like that glittery, and just, it's so unique. I love this. I'm definitely going to keep this. Now, these two liquid highlighters from Bitter Lace Beauty that I was talking about, I did do a swatch party video using all of my Bitter Lace Beauty highlighters. I will link that in the corner if you want to see it. I also swatched these two. This is not a product that I ever use on my face, and so I can't really tell you how I feel about them as a product, but I think that the little bottles are so cute that I'm going to keep them just for display, which again is why I had to bring them out, because they weren't in my drawer, because I actually have these out so I can see them because I think that they are so pretty. I'm just not really a liquid highlighter kind of person, so that's why I don't use these, but these would be beautiful as a body highlighter too. They're honestly not really that intense, so I'm definitely going to keep these. Even if I never use them on my face, I don't even care because they're so fun. Here's another one that I have from Bitter Lace Beauty. This is the only one that I have in like its own little compact because I have this one stored out on my table so that I can use it. This is their rainbow highlighter, and what I love about this is that there are so many different colors in this. I don't know if this is going to be a very good swatch, but let me go ahead and try to show you at least. So yeah, you probably can't see that, but you have a kind of corally shade, a green shade, a blue shade, a pink shade. And what I love about this is I can actually see it like in the pan where the different colors are. So if I'm looking for a inner corner highlight in a specific color, I can just dip a very small brush into like certain parts of this highlighter and then use that in my inner corner, and I find that to be very versatile, so I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm also going to keep the Villains highlighter from Colourpop. This is the Cruella one. Here we have the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. I'm gonna keep this one as well, even if I don't really use it that much, but this is a very glam highlighter, and I just feel like it doesn't really go with like all of my clown looks. I'm just not really a glam look kind of person, so I'm gonna keep this still because I do think it's a beautiful highlighter, and it is really nice for like more professional occasions or like holidays or like, you know, where you just want to look pretty and put together, which isn't me most of the time, but this is definitely a highlighter that I go for. I tend to travel with this for like the holidays and stuff, so I'm definitely going to keep this. We have some more loose highlighters here as well. Let me go ahead and just swatch these out. This one is from Artiste Couture. I got this in a box. I think it was it an old BoxyCharm? I don't remember, but let's swatch this. This one is in the shade Purple Dream. I love this every time I use it. It is so deceptive. Like in here, it just looks like an orangey highlighter, but it has the most beautiful shift to it. Let me see if I can show you. It's also kind of glittery. Yeah, it doesn't swatch the best, but it applies so amazingly on the face that I'm definitely going to keep this. This one is also kind of similar to the Smashbox highlighter, like color-wise, but I find this formula to be a lot nicer. I'm also going to keep this one from Glamlight. This thing is intense. This is in the shade Let It Gold. Is that what it was called? Yeah, Let It Gold. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is going to be like the most intense swatch ever. So I mean, it's basically like a whitish gold. It almost looks more like a yellow highlighter, but it's so unique. And I don't find this one to pull too frosty on me, which I really, really like. So this one I feel like is very unique to my collection. I don't really feel like I have a color like this in any of my pressed highlighters. So like I said, I like this enough that I'm going to keep it. I'm also going to keep this one. This one is from Rituel de Fille, and this is the Alchemist highlighter. So this is basically just like a glittery topper highlighter. It is so beautiful. I need to use it more, but my only issue with this is that it doesn't dry down, so it does leave your face being kind of tacky. But holy shit, this is so beautiful. Oh, I mean, just look at that wet looking goodness. It is just, it's so pretty. Oh, it is beautiful. Definitely going to keep this. How I like to use this is just take a little bit of this on my finger and just kind of tap it on top of what other highlighter that I have on, assuming it's a color that's going to look nice with it. But honestly, this transforms every powder highlighter that you put on your face, and it just makes it look more intense. I really like this. I need to use this more. I need to put this like on my filming table at all times so I can just top off my makeup with this, especially if I'm wearing my hair up, because like I said, it does leave your face a little sticky, so you don't want your hair to like get stuck on it. It's kind of like if you're wearing lip gloss and you're out in the wind, you know, that's not a good thing. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm also going to keep my only Jaclyn Hill highlighter. I love this one. It is so beautiful. This is in the shade High Vault. I could say the same thing about this one as the Emrisi highlighter. I do find this to be more of like a grown-up sophisticated highlighter, but the finish that it leaves on your skin, I feel like this one goes a lot more with the kind of looks that I do. It's not so champagne. It almost leans a little bit pink, I guess you could say. I don't know. Like I'm seeing a little bit of a pink shift here. But I don't know, it's so hard to explain, but it is just a beautiful formula. It's just so smooth, it doesn't enhance any texture, and it's so easy to apply. I just think that she did such a good job with all of these, and now I want more of them. So definitely keeping this. Lastly, we have Cookie from Benefit. Ugh, this is tough for me because this one is just, it's too light for me, and it makes me so sad because it is such a beautiful highlighter. I blame Teresa is Dead for me buying this because she was raving about this forever. But every time I put it on, I just kind of go, that's a little bit too metallic and too light for my skin tone. So I think I'm actually going to give this away to someone else because I know someone's going to love this more than me. And I don't use it enough and it makes me sad, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, so not the most successful declutter, but that wasn't really my goal in this video either, to get rid of a lot of these. So I ended up keeping 28 highlighters and decluttering 12, which I'm happy about because honestly all of the ones that I decluttered were the ones that were taking up the most room in my drawer. So I'm glad to just like free up some more space and not keep like all of these bulky big highlighters, because it is so off-putting to me when a single compact is really, really large. It's like, why? I don't need that, you know? Like, just make it simple. The only exceptions I can make is for the Kaleidos ones because they're so unique and just different, and also their highlighters are bomb. So I can excuse them because I feel like they kind of warrant being this big and bulky because of like the theme, and just, they're just so well executed. So I don't really mind it as much. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this highlighting declutter. If you would like to see some more decluttering videos, I will leave my declutter playlist up on the screen right there. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye!